Hi, and welcome to day 6 of Rational Expressions. We are just adding and subtracting some more. So we're going to simplify the following rational expressions. Now remember, the first thing we need to do is factor any denominators that we see that are factorable so we can find our LCD. So this first denominator over here becomes x, and factors of 12 that subtract to give me 1 are 4 and 3. And it's a -4 and a +3. So then looking at my denominators to find my LCD, my first fraction has an x minus 4, and so does my second fraction, so they have that in common already. And my second fraction is x plus 3. I see that, so I have to include that in my LCD. So I have to multiply the top and bottom by x plus 3. So what that's going to look like is x times x plus 3 plus 4. If I distribute my x, I'll have x squared plus 3x plus 4 over x minus 4, x plus 3. Now, when I look at that, I have 4, and I have to ask myself, are there factors of 4 that add up to 3? And the answer is no, I have factors of 4 that subtract to give me 3, but not add to give me 3. So therefore, x squared plus 3x plus 4 is not factorable. So we are done. All right, the second one. Neither denominator is factorable, so I don't have to worry about that. Just have to go right to my LCD, and this is a case of one of everything I see. So 3x minus 8 and 4x minus 7 is my LCD. So my first fraction is missing 4x minus 7, and my second fraction is missing 3x minus 8. So what we will have here is 3x minus 8 and a 4x minus 7 in my denominator. And my numerator will be 4 times 4x minus 7. And be careful, there's a minus sign there, so minus x times 3x minus 8. So when I distribute in my numerator, I will get 16x minus 28, and then minus 3x squared minus 8x all over 3x minus 8 times 4x minus 7. One thing people like to do is drop the denominator when they're doing these problems because it's the same thing over and over again. However, if you do that, it's incorrect notation, and I will have to take points off because the denominator just doesn't fall out of the problem and then reappear later on. So, looking at my like terms, I have a negative 3x squared, and then I have a 16x, and oops, I distributed there, that should have been plus 8x. I'm sorry. So a 16x and a plus 8x is plus 24x. And then I'm left with a negative 28. And the good news is, when I tried to factor this, I couldn't factor it, so we're all set. I did 3 times 28, and I got 84, and there were no factors of 84 that either added or subtracted to 24, so I was all good. Alright, for number 3, we have to look at both denominators, and they must both be factored. This one is x plus 2 and x plus 2. This one is x plus 2, x minus 2. So my LCD, in that first fraction, I have 2 x plus 2's. And in this fraction, I only have 1. So we have 1 x plus 2 in common. But the problem is, I still have a second one right here. So I must have another one in my denominator. And I have an x minus 2. So in this first fraction, what I'm missing is x minus 2. And in my second fraction, what I'm missing is an x plus 2. Now you notice my denominators aren't in the same order, but those factors are all being multiplied together. So it really doesn't matter what order you put your factors in your denominator. So I will have 3x and then x minus 2 plus 6x and x plus 2. So when I combine my like term, or sorry, when I distribute, excuse me, I have 3x squared minus 6x plus 6x squared plus 12x all over x minus 2, x plus 2, x plus 2. So when I combine my like terms, I will have 9x squared and a plus 6x. I can factor my numerator and take out a 3x, and then I'm left with 3x plus 2, and that's not going to cancel with any of my factors in the denominator, so I'm done. If you can see that in your head that it's not going to factor and cancel, you don't really have to factor it, but we always want to be careful of that. For the last problem, excuse me, we need to factor our denominators. X minus 2 and x minus 1. And over here I have 2 x minus 2. So my LCD, I see a2, I see an x minus 2, and I see an x minus 1. And in this first fraction, the only thing that's missing is the 2. And in the second fraction, I'm missing an x minus 1. So I have 2, x minus 2, x minus 1, and 2 times 5x minus 1 plus 3 times x minus 1. So when I distribute, I will have 10x minus 2 plus 3x minus 3. Combine my like terms, and I will get 13x minus 5, which is not factorable, so I am done. Alright, that's it.